What's up, guys? And happy early Halloween. We're definitely feeling the effects of Halloween right now, but having a lot of technical issues the past couple of days, especially Matthew. So
Oh yeah.
we're gonna be this is just kind of a very impromptu discussion and uh, live stream discussion of Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Freddy's Revenge. We reviewed the first novelization last year. The novelization is by Jeffrey Cooper and based on the screenplays by Wes Craven, David Chaskin, and Wes Craven and Bruce Wagner. And so, yeah, how's it going, Matthew?
It's oh man, has it been an evening with me and my computer? I
Yeah.
took my iMac and unplugged it and threw it that way. And now I'm on the MacBook, which is running so fast. Told Adam, "Hey man, I'm sorry I can't get the he said that I sounded a lot more angry, I'm sure, but I can't get my software to work, so uh you might as well send me a StreamYard stream." And yeah, it turned out I had to download Google Chrome to the MacBook,
Hmm.
but it took less than 5 seconds. I mean, it was like instant. So, yeah, that's the smoothest anything's gone tonight.
Yep.
So, it's just,
And so, guys, like I said, this is just going to be very, laid back. We're just going to spend a few minutes. We're going to talk about Freddy's Revenge. And I'm going to also would like to, I pointed this out before we went live, but our colors of our backgrounds are both coincidental and awesome because of Freddy's sweater. And so,
it's a good observation.
yeah, now we know that we can use this for Freddy Krueger and Christmas. So,
Yes, yeah. We'll just repost this in December.
all right. So, as per usual, we're gonna start off this discussion with a brief summary of A Nightmare on Elm Street to Freddy's Revenge. But it's after reading it, it's more like A Nightmare on Elm Street to Freddy's Revenge. Dot 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 on who exactly?
Yeah, I mean, it's like a whole new cast, a whole new
Yeah, like
yeah, it's just so
it's
goofy.
essentially it. The main character of this movie is Jesse. He's played by, let me bring him up, Mark Patton. Which I have a funny story about him here in a second that I'll get into. But Mark Patton plays the main character. His name's Jesse, a high school student. He is currently living in Nancy's house. Uh, that Freddy Krueger terrorized Nancy in the first film, and apparently he's out. Freddy is out for revenge, according to the title. He's attempting to possess Jesse, and uh, as the IMDb summary states, it is he wants to continue his reign of terror in the real world.
It's so weird. I read this last week. Well, actually, I listened to it. I listened to it over from um, 80s slasher librarian. He does an awesome job.
Yes.
Like Adam, what did you say about this being like the best part of the novelization?
Yes, I was gonna say I wasn't a fan of the novelization, so just going ahead and throw that out there. But the best part, the best experience about reading this novelization or listening to this novelization was the audiobook that was done by the 80s slasher librarian. We have listened to his audiobooks several times, especially
Mhm.
for this podcast. It really, like, I really do appreciate what he does.
Yeah,
He
he
finds all
puts
these
a lot.
novelizations. Yeah,
Yeah, he puts a lot of time, a lot of effort into these, and adds the music. Does like certain sound effects sometimes. He does good with changing up his voice for the characters. Does a
and
fantastic job.
and he occasionally hires actors or people to do other voices, and it's just in some of these novelizations that he produces audiobooks for, they're just very rare. Like
Hmm.
they're, and he's just doing it because he wants to make sure that people have the ability to finish this book.
Get the
So
Yeah, they get the experience,
yeah,
and with this book, it's more on the pricey end, medium pricey. I mean, you found this book for $20, cheaper than that? I can't.
$25.
$25?
I found
Yeah, I mean,
I found the next. These are the first three movies, and I found the next three for $20.
yeah, super good deal. And these books are getting harder and harder to find.
Oh
I
yeah.
haven't seen. I found this in the bookstore, the used bookstore. Haven't seen it since. It's like once
Mm,
once you spot these things, you better pick
gotta
them
grab
up.
them. Yeah.
Yeah, because they disappear and they're gone for a while. It's crazy.
Yeah. So after we're done with this stream and we get everything posted and everything, we'll post a link to the 80s slasher librarian. Definitely go check him out. Like he's got tons of audiobooks and he's got his own podcast over there too. So definitely go uh, check out his channel. So,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
but again, his audiobook was to me probably the most pleasant thing about A
The
Nightmare on Elm
novelization.
Street. Yeah, and the
I mean,
novelization. And go ahead.
it's so short. It's written like a novella, right?
Hmm.
I mean, it's neat that they were able to put the three novelizations into one paperback, but
Yeah.
they're so short. There's nothing really added. I think they took some stuff away. I didn't get a chance to rewatch the film or anything, but I'm pretty positive there were some things that were missing, like a big chunk of things. And I know that at the end of the 80s slasher librarian, when he did his audiobook, at the end of his audiobook, he did a little commentary about things that were missing
Hmm.
or added, and he said,
I
like,
remember
I
that.
didn't see. Yeah, there was nothing added. There was just a couple things taken away. So I'm sad I didn't get to revisit the film. I apologize for that, everybody and Adam. But hey,
Oh,
this novelization. Was it really worth it though? I mean, probably
I
not.
mean, I rewatched the film, but again, it was the film wasn't the greatest either. I mean, it's probably the weaker of the Freddy Krueger films, and that's saying something because they're all like enjoyable, but this one wasn't really much enjoyable. It was kind of a chore to get through, and but I will say probably the next interesting thing about this novelization is me and my wife went to a horror convention, and where we met all the actors, from horror films, and Mark Patton was there, and my wife actually met him, and I met an actor that played Michael Myers, but she asked him, like, so, as we all know, there's a scene where Freddy Krueger, just kind of rips out of Jesse,
Hmm.
and she asks him, like, what was it like filming that scene? And he said it was like, ah, man, he was like, he basically said it was an experience because that scene like took like 4 days to film.
Oh wow,
And I was like,
that's
that
intense.
must have, yeah. And
That's
like
intense.
a 10
It was a
second,
really That was like a graphic scene too, wasn't it? That was like the blood gushing
like,
scene.
like
Yeah,
around a minute to 2 minute scene and 4 days to film. That's just kind of makes you, realize how hard people work for, you know,
yeah,
and
yeah. You gotta appreciate what they do to get that art out there.
yeah. But just getting into my thoughts again, I wasn't impressed with it at all.
Yeah.
It wasn't
I
very memorable.
Nope, not at all. It was so fast. Like the book was short. It was here's a description of things that happened, and we're done. Like honestly, I don't remember the character's name. I don't remember a single character's name. All I know is that Freddy possessed a kid and
Hmm.
like killed people. That was it. It's like the most basic horror type story that you could tell. And I don't know. Maybe the film was better because you get some visuals. You get the vibes of, oh, it's a scary film. The novelization, it was pretty bad. It was just, I don't know, lazy, right? Like I said, it's more of a novella than it is a novelization. Let's cram all three of these movies into one book.
A novelization, we'll call it.
Novella, novelization. Yeah, I mean, for real. I don't know where my copy went. I think I put it in storage after we read not in storage, but like in a box after we read the first one. And because I knew that 80s Slasher Librarian did the audio, so I was like looking forward to, oh yeah, okay, I'll listen to that next. And of course, we've got the third one, which we'll probably be doing that one next year. um, maybe. I thought these were going to get better with each progressing story, but I don't know about that. But we'll see. The second one might just be the weakest of the three in this book. Because remember, the first one was pretty decent, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I enjoyed
But
the first one. It was pretty
yeah,
creepy.
I think we all liked that one. But this one, ugh, ugh.
I remember listening to the audiobook for the first one, and at the job that I was at whenever I was listening to it, I was working nights, and
Hmm.
it wasn't the best idea. But that just shows
Creepy.
how effective, the 80s slasher librarians like audiobooks are, because I was creeped out. So it was very engaging and kind of brought me into the world. So again, guys, I tell you, go check out his channel.
Yeah, I mean he did the timing perfect with the music when he inserts the
Hmm.
music with the scenes that get intense, the music starts to build. It's like, man, he really spent some time doing a good job on this production. I mean, it's like seriously, it's professional quality production.
Yeah, absolutely.
We need to get him
Uh,
on here. I mean, I think we mentioned that once before. We're gonna try to get him on, and we kind of fell through on that.
yeah,
We really need to get him on here.
yeah, that'd be awesome. Like we might at some point reach out to him. And yeah, I remember we tried to at one point, but there was this he was going through some personal stuff,
Yeah,
so
that's
he
true.
just wasn't able to. So,
Yeah.
um, but it was basically the novelization was just basically, with the exception of a few differences, it was pretty close to the movie. So I mean, it's just you want to find that fine balance. Like you want a novelization that is, close to the movie. It keeps you engaged, especially if you've seen the movie, but you want to be able to point out like some differences,
Hmm. Yeah.
and there and you don't want to you don't want it to take away things.
Right.
Like, cuz then you just lost like part of the movie and just like, well, what about this spot? Like why wasn't that not included? Or and
Yeah.
I don't know,
It
it's just
it
like
raises
when go
it.
ahead, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Continue.
No, no, go ahead, go ahead.
It makes me wonder if the author was lazy and decided to take things out, or if there were those last minute changes. Oh, we got
Mhm.
to change this. Let's get this done. Was the novelization truly written from the script? Maybe
Mhm.
the author got it early because I mean, think about the novelization had to have come out later because all three films are in this one book. So I don't know if he got an edited version of a script or what, but it is odd that they took away things but didn't really add anything different.
It does say up here at the top, "At last, the book." So,
Hmm.
maybe they decide, like, let's go ahead and write a novelization, and, um, it could be anything, like, they could have written them all beforehand and, just haven't released it, and they're just like, "You know what? Let's release it." Um,
That's true.
but, yeah, it didn't, like it just didn't you just don't get anything back from it. Like, I don't think that, I'm not gonna go out on a limb and say my time was wasted reading this novelization, because it wasn't, but it's just I didn't really gain anything from it. I didn't like get that whoa, like mind, you know,
Hmm.
blown experience. And
I
but that's
agree
just me, yeah.
100%. Yeah, I felt the same way. I mean, the book was published, it says January 1st, 1987. So I don't know when the films were all released, like individually. Um,
I have it pulled up here. Um, uh, Nightmare on Elm Street 2 was 1985.
okay.
So this came out 2 years after the film.
I wonder if this was like part of the like the media, whatever, the hype for the third film. Like, oh, now it's also going to be available in novelization form.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like maybe they just wrote it and was like, "Hey, this could be extra money in our pocket." But
Yeah,
but yeah, I mean, there I just didn't really feel a lot. I'm not going to outright say the book was horrible, but there was just some things that didn't make sense. Why is Freddy like why is it called Freddy's Revenge when he's only terrorizing like new people? You know,
right.
um,
Yeah,
it would have made more sense to say like Freddy Returns because that would have made more sense. And
that
it's
would have been a better
just
title too.
yeah, Freddy Returns. Um, and yeah, it was. And there was a couple of things. I was talking to my wife about this, and he part of the plot is that Freddy wants to, be brought back into the world to continue his reign of terror. So the description said, but I was like, well, doesn't that leave Freddy vulnerable? Because
Mm,
can't Freddy be like injured and, defeated if he's brought into the real world?
I guess.
Um,
I mean, that's what causes some confusion. Like at the end of the book, well, let's just
mhm.
do a spoiler here, but like you think that the characters win, but then it like he comes back from the dead. They defeat him. They defeat Freddy, but he comes back and kills them again. Like they
Yeah,
lose.
yeah, that was kind of and it was just kind of ripping off the ending from the first one because
Yeah. Yeah,
I
so
mean
you're
that's
like,
kind of
"Oh,
the
he." Yeah, you don't know, is he actually winning, or was it all a dream to begin with? Was it is he just doesn't die? I don't get it.
well, I mean, that's kind of the reoccurring theme in all the movies. Like, they defeat Freddy, but then they realize, oh, no, we didn't. It just kind of got creative throughout the series of how he came back. And I mean, even the film Freddy versus Jason, like, I don't know if you've seen the movie. I'm about to spoil it. So, uh, he gets brought back and defeated, but I won't say much. But he kind of, there's a very non-subtle hint that he's coming back.
Yeah, yeah.
So I won't spoil it other than that. So
I think I have that novelization, Freddy versus Jason.
I want it, but
Yeah,
it's pretty hard to find.
yeah. Yeah,
Um,
I remember how I found that one online somewhere.
and I
Good
have,
price.
yeah, I have some of the Michael Myers novelizations. I have the first one, which is impossibly hard to find uh, on digital,
Yeah,
but I don't have any of the uh, Jason Voorhees or Friday the 13th novelizations.
yeah. Yeah, those are really hard to get because it's not. Yeah, they have the novelizations, and then there's like a spin-off novel series, like a book
Hmm.
series.
They
So,
have
which is
some
pretty
for
cool.
Freddy and Michael Myers too. Yeah.
Yeah. So those are hard to find, and I'm sure they're expensive if you can find them. But yeah, the Halloween novelization, that's the one that we always that's the one me and Adam always joke try to trick each other with when we go like to used bookstores, like, dude, look what I found, Halloween. And we like look over and it's like some just a
The
random
the movie.
oh,
Yeah.
the joke of Halloween book. Yeah, something stupid. Or that the reboot novelization.
And then karma kinda bit me in the butt because then we actually did find it,
Yeah.
and, it was, like, over $300, and we were just
Yeah.
like, "Ah,
Yeah.
bummer."
Out of our price range.
Yeah, I wouldn't pay $300 for a book. I mean,
No, because
unless that
they had two copies of it over at the one of the half price books here in Oklahoma City, but they
yeah,
were both, 200 plus $300. It's like, nope.
yeah,
But they're gone now. Somebody paid for them.
yeah. My brother actually, he loves the Halloween movies, and he saw that there was books online, and he found the novelizations, and he says, "I want this for Christmas," and he didn't see the prices, and I'm like, "I'm not buying you these. I mean, I love you and all, but I'm not buying these for you. Like if
It'd
I
be
buy
funny,
these, I'm keeping them."
it'd be funny is if you print out the cover and somehow get it glued to the front of the reboot.
That'd be cool. Now, there was a company that reprinted it. I think Jeremy has a copy of that one, the illustrated one.
Oh yeah, yeah. I remember seeing that one on Amazon.
Yeah, we actually saw that when we went down to California for his wedding. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah,
But
pretty cool stuff.
anyway, we kind of went off on a tangent here. But I mean, honestly, we've pretty much said all that we need to say about Freddy's Revenge. It wasn't impressive. It was just very straightforward, and there wasn't really anything to gain by it. And yeah, that's
Yeah, nothing memorable. Kind of sad,
and the
but
film wasn't the greatest either. So
maybe next year we'll mix it up. Won't do an Elm Street. Maybe we'll do that in the summer.
yeah, that'd be cool. Um, I mean, I'm just gonna go ahead and just say I give my grade for this like a D minus.
I'll do the same. Is it's forgettable. It's short. It takes away things. It just seems lazy. Like I said, I can't remember any of the characters' names, and I actually paid attention to the story. I don't know. D minus.
Yeah, it's a
I mean,
bummer.
if you see it, if you see this out in the wild, pick it up because I mean, it's cool. You
I
know.
mean, yeah, for sure. Like, collect the novel. If you're a fan of Freddy Krueger, collect this. You know,
Yeah.
but don't expect much when you read the second one. The first one was fine. Um, we still have to read the third one, but yeah,
I mean,
second one.
it might be different if you read the novelizations like complete. Like instead of how we did it like a year, oh, we'll read the second one a year later. But I wonder what the experience would be if you read the book like in one sitting. You know what I mean? Like I'm going to
Yeah.
read the cover to cover.
Well,
Maybe it'll feel different.
well, maybe for at some point we can do the next three. Oh wait, no,
Oh yeah,
this is part four. I'm sorry. Um, that'd be kind of cool. And
yeah.
I gotta say,
Be
I,
worth a
I like
try.
this. This is like here are the two covers. Like I know the people listening to this won't be able to see it, but like here are the two covers. Like here's the first three, and here's the 4 and 5.
Yeah, yeah. I think I like the first one better.
Yeah.
The glove, pretty cool.
So yeah, this is our very impromptu Halloween special. And on that note, guys, I just want to say we do apologize. We've been away for a couple of months, and we've just been both, going through like some work changes, I should say. And
Yeah,
just it's been busy. I started a new job not too long ago, and it's just a completely different schedule. And Matthew's got some new responsibilities at his job, and it's just been kind of crazy. And so we just do apologize that we've been away, but we do appreciate all your support and patience. But we just wanted
this
to
is
make
true.
sure we got something out for you for Halloween. And
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
we did get to meet all together, Adam, Jeremy, and I. We did get to meet in person in California, which was really
yep,
cool. There is some video footage I'll need to. I have some footage that I need to put together, and if it's good enough, I could put it up here on the channel. I don't know why we kind of talked more about Star Wars when we all got together instead of novelizations, because there's a lot of other EU fans that were there too. That like Matt Wilkins was there, and Dylan. It was a good time, but we didn't really focus on novelizations, which is kind of dumb now that I think about it. But it was cool. So
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and it was a fun journey. Like me and Matthew went to In and Out,
oh yeah,
and this was probably the only time that we've ever did that.
yeah.
But
We
way
did
back,
we went to the original Black Bear Diner, which was cool. Like
oh yeah,
on accident, we stumbled
hmm
upon it. We walked in, and it was like the original. It's like, wait a second, we're in the first one. That's pretty
yeah,
cool.
and it was really good. And
Yeah,
that was Wilkins' first time going there, as I remember.
yeah,
But yeah, it was fun. The wedding was great, and it was great us all being within the same, and not just on a computer screen. But
yeah, yeah.
um, so, but yeah, we again, guys, this was our um Halloween special for this year, and just stay tuned. We'll keep you posted on the rest of the season.
Yeah, because I do need to make an apology about last month. We did say we were going to do Spider-Man 3. That didn't happen. If we need to rework that in the schedule, we can definitely do that. There is an audio version available to listen to, which would probably
hmm
be a great thing to check out. So I don't know. I can't remember what we were supposed to do for November. If we
I
had
believe it
anything
was
scheduled,
Rocky.
Rocky. I don't know if we
Yeah.
want to just make some adjustments and reschedule some stuff. We'll talk about it. If you guys have any ideas in the comments, go ahead and leave those, and we'll take that into consideration. But yeah, we'll do some talking behind the scenes too, and figure out what we need to do. So yeah, just stay tuned, because there's definitely going to be more content that comes.
Yeah. And you guys know, if you're listening to this, I have a Halloween special on my channel coming out. What time is it here? 9:46. Oh, 2 hours at midnight on Halloween. I have it scheduled. I'm releasing my top 10 werewolf movies.
Oh,
So
cool,
be coming out. So if you guys want to check that out, it'll be coming out tonight. So
sweet.
get you
I'll need
guys
to
ready
check
for
that
the
out too.
spooky season. And I
Yeah.
understand if nobody wants to, wait up till midnight to watch it. Please don't lose sleep over it. Please, watch it whenever you're awake and have a nice cup of coffee, or just whenever, But
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 if you are tossing and turning and you're bored out of your mind, remember, oh yeah, Adam's talking about werewolves.
yeah, just let my talk of werewolf films soothe you back to sleep, and I hope I don't
Dude,
give you nightmares.
you can ignore my question. You could say we'll talk about that later. Did you mention Teen Wolf?
Yes,
Okay, good. Yes.
I'll just
All
spoil.
right.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
There,
Cool.
there's your tease. Teen Wolf
There's the
is in
teaser.
there.
Teen Wolf. Yes. Okay. I'm hyped now.
Yeah,
That's like the only werewolf movie I know.
yeah. I talk about it briefly. I talk about all the films. Give them like brief segments for each film, and there was some films that I added last minute because I thought they were so good, and I talk about that. And I will say they're not ranked in any particular order, so they're just my favorites.
Sweet. Well, I'm looking forward to that.
Well, thanks. I hope you guys. I know Matthew will probably be like, "Ah, man, work's a drag." Oh, hey, video.
Oh yeah. I mean, if I can, things are getting crazy, but yeah, stressful. With for me, I noticed that I am one subscription away from 3,000 subscribers on the Geek Static. So
Nice.
yeah, I mean that's a pretty cool goal. Um, I remember it took a long time for that to happen, but it's exciting. I mean, here at Paper Movies, we hit 300, which was our goal this year.
Mm-hmm.
We hit that, right? Now we're at 332 here on Paper Movies, which is awesome.
Yeah, thank you
Um,
guys so much for that.
yeah, definitely. Thank you. Keep spreading the word about novelizations. They're a lot of fun. Even on our trip to California, we mentioned the novelizations to a bookstore owner who
Mm-hmm.
was surprised to learn that, oh, that's what those are called. Oh, I had somebody in here the other day looking for some. It was a pretty cool conversation we had with that lady. But
I
yeah,
know. I was tempted to ask her, like, did his name happen to be Jeremy?
yeah,
But
yeah,
that was actually a couple of hours or so from where Jeremy lived. So
yeah. It was a cool bookstore. A lot of books in it. But yeah, if you're one of the subscribers that's not subscribed to the Geeks Attic, go over there and be the 3,000th subscriber. I'd appreciate it. Uh,
and be sure to
It's cool motivation.
if you are, the person that subscribes to the Geek Static and is the 3,000th subscriber, I want you to subscribe and then go to one of his videos and say, "I love you 3,000."
Hey, that'll do it. I'll reply, "I love you 3001," or something like that. Yeah, that'd be funny. Do it. I'll be looking forward to it. I
But
have a lot of stuff that I need to review that I have on my list of things. But I'm having some technical issues with the computer. We'll see if I can get that figured out.
yeah, I'm way behind on other channels too, and it's just that is a part of this new job. That is the one thing that's just like difficult is I don't get time to read anymore.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm glad that some of these novelizations we do have audiobooks because that's how I can
Hmm.
get books done. But like,
Yeah.
I just don't with my schedule. I just don't have the time to sit down and read anymore. But hopefully that'll change soon. So,
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. And also, I want to tease Adam's podcast that he's only got one episode out right now. Sorry, I need to still haven't watched the second film that we need to do, but I have some books here that we definitely want to cover on his podcast.
oh yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. That'll be exciting. Can't wait for
yeah.
that. So
He doesn't know that I'm actually gonna steal those in the middle of the night. So
okay. Okay.
and so when you wake up and they're gone, just just mind your
Just know that
business.
you stopped by. Okay.
just just
That's
like Adam was here. It's just like, how do you know? Like like my Godzilla books are gone, and he ate all of our cookies.
yeah. Yeah. I was like, Adam. It's funny.
Yeah, but
But anyway.
anyway, guys, thank you all so much. Again, apologies for the very impromptu live stream, but we just wanted to make sure to get something for you for Halloween, and we hope that you guys enjoyed the discussion. If you read this novelization, feel free to comment your thoughts and
Mhm.
uh, or just any novelizations you've read. Like it doesn't have to be Freddy's Revenge. If you just read a novelization and you want to talk about it, just post your thoughts on the novelization down in the comments. It might give us, ideas for stuff that we can cover in the future. So
Yeah. Yeah. Man, there's a lot. Before we wrap this completely, there's a lot of novelizations over there at Encyclopocalypse. There are some
hmm
new novelizations that are being published from um, Stop the Killer. They make board games and they publish novelizations every now and then. They just released Basket Case, which I did get
hmm
that um, over there at Encyclopocalypse. Though they do have Chopping Mall coming soon.
yeah.
So I have that one pre-ordered. The audio for that one is available. So if you're looking for Chopping Mall, go check out the Encyclopocalypse website. You can get it there, the audio version. So they produce some crazy novelizations.
They're making a comeback.
Yeah, they are. It's really cool. But yeah, you guys, that's all I've got for this episode. Thank you for tuning in, watching, commenting, and liking.
You guys have a happy and safe Halloween, and we will see you guys next time. Later.
Bye.